guys? Welcome to another edition of Extreme Daily Drives, where we're always balling on a budget and wrenching in our garage. Today is the final update before the car goes to paint. So what we're going to go over today is shaving the bay and relocating the fuse box. So let's take a look at where we're at. As you can see over here on this side is basically almost ready for paint. I have some JB weld here that I have to sand down. This whole side here though has been sanded with 80 grit. You can see here, filled in some other spots with JB weld. Got to sand that down. And today, we're going to continue along here, filling, sanding, doing our thing, all the way over to this side, which really hasn't been touched much. So I got the rest of the base sanded down. My JB weld idea didn't do too well over here. You see right there, that needs to be filled. You still see a dimple right there. Worked all right in a place like this because I didn't sand that much off of it, but it doesn't spread as easy as Bondo, and when removing it, and it leaves these like wrinkles and deep spots. So in all probability, I got to sand that completely down back to the way it was. So the JB weld thing didn't really work out. I am going to go ahead though and follow the same kind of idea on the other side of the firewall here. There are a million spots where I could put a bolt. We got one there. We got one there. We got one there. We got a million along there. Don't ask me what those are for. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. Another one here. One here. Got some down there. So definitely a lot of possibilities to fill some of these holes up. Not everything's going to be filled, but if I can get the majority of them done, that'll be cool. And you can see here how many of these guys I actually wound up using. So I got a nice new blade on the Dremel, and we'll go ahead and cut these babies off. It really didn't want to do that last bolt. Anyway, we made it happen on one disc. So check this out. This is what you're left with. These are smoking hot, so you don't want to touch those for a minute. But you can see here, we got the little nubs left over. Oh crap, forgot to do one. Gotta get that one done. But yeah, you can see here there are a lot of nubs left over. The reason I didn't get too close is because it's easy to grind these down. But it's not easy to get that blade super close to the bodywork without actually damaging the bodywork. So anyway, I'm happy with that. Got these two up here too. And yeah, we just got to do that last guy, and then that'll be finished. We can go ahead and grind down these nubs. So after hitting it with the grinder, that's what you're left with. It feels pretty nice. I don't want to touch it because it's too hot. But I was even able to get that guy. And these two here. So one last thing, I'm going to go ahead and sand this, and then that's going to be it for the bay. I'm done. Alright, so the bay's done. It's as far along as I can get it. Of course, the sun goes away a little bit as I'm trying to show you this. So I got to do this really quick because I got to back the car all the way out of the garage to the point where I can open the passenger side door all the way, because we have to remove the passenger side fender in order to relocate the fuse box. So as you guys know, typically the fuse box sits here, something like this, with all the wires going into that hole, going along the fender, and then underneath the dashboard. So the challenge in doing this is that this box won't fit through that hole, okay? And these wires cannot be unplugged from the back of the box, all right? So the only way to do this is to unplug them from underneath the dashboard. So let me show you where they're located. So as you can see under here, and I hope there's enough light, but there are a number of plugs here that actually lead to the fuse box. So instead of trying to pull the fuse box through a little hole, we're going to unplug these and pull these individually through the little holes provided. In order to do that, we have to remove the fender. But once we get that fender removed, these guys are going to unplug. We're going to cut the harness back. We're going to pull the whole fuse box and wiring out from the car, then bring it all in here, curl up the wires, plug in, and mount the fuse box underneath the dash. Whew, Man, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. First time removing a fender. But anyway, give you a better idea of what we got going on here. Alright, so we had to cut all this back, figure out what's what. Alright, here's an update. Some 30-year-old tape. Got it removed up there. Still battling this horrific battle. And you can see here, I made some progress. Now I know you're going to say to yourself, dude, why did you undo all that tape and all the protective stuff and everything like that? Well, the idea is that once I identify each wire, I can go ahead and kind of pull them and route them which way they need to go. I am running into some issues that I can see that this may be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. The last thing I really need to do is disconnect everything from underneath the passenger footwell. And then I should be able to pull it all out that hole. Then once it's out that hole, I should have access to everything, and I can kind of figure it out from there. I was hoping not to have to extend anything. But I can see the way that these lines are routed. They're not like home runs. I thought they would be from basically wherever they terminate all the way into underneath the dash, but that's not the way it goes. It goes, some of them do that. The majority of them do, but many of them also run to the fuse box, or they run to where the engine harness hooks up. We're not going to worry about today. All we're going to worry about is getting this thing removed from the car, and then we can figure out where the fuse box is going to go, if it is still going to stay in the dash, or if it's going to go more up towards the firewall, which is something I considered a long time ago. We'll have to see. But we're not going to worry about that now. Go ahead and get this finished. So here's what we're dealing with. I'm making very little progress. This is very difficult, and I hate doing stuff underneath the dash. Hopefully the finish is right around the bend, because I think the heat index is 103 today. And I've been here like 4 hours. And as you can probably imagine, I went through all my drink like 2 hours ago. So anyway, I just want to get this crap done. So we're going to keep going. Oh man. I'm dying. But dude, I almost got them all. Dude, these things, these clips, they are so hard to deal with. I know, everybody's kind of had to deal with them. Dude, I got one clip left. You can see there's only one thing holding us back from finishing for the day. We got it. Check it out. Came out through that hole over here where it all lies, and we're going to guide it through that hole. And then our fuse box will be free. Alright, so I am going to have to extend some stuff here. I know this looks like a giant mess. It really isn't. This also looks really intimidating, and it's really not that bad. I do have some wiring kind of experience in the past, so it doesn't intimidate me too much. I've seen lots of wires before and been able to figure it all out. But anyway, yeah, basically we got two things going on here. We got wires headed to our fuse box, and we got wires headed to our cabin. Okay, so now of course the goal is to get both of these in the same spot, right? So get them both to the cabin. In order to do that, it appears as though these wires will have to be extended. All right, and it's only about 5 wires. I could just go ahead and snip them. And when all's said and done, everything will work out. However, I'm exhausted, and I'm hot, and I'm tired, and I don't feel like making executive wire cutting decisions in this sort of state of mind here. So I'm going to kind of leave it where it is. This really kills me not to be able to pull this whole fuse box out from the car, but I got to make a smart decision and not just go willy-nilly and start cutting and dicing. But anyway, that's it. I'm freaking covered in sweat, filthy dirty, and exhausted. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please check out ExtremeDailyDrivers.com. We got some brand new merchandise on there, some really cool t-shirts. So check us out, support the channel, and thanks for watching. See you next time.